Intercepting the Lance. Intercepting the Lance is for a horizontal slash with a knife. Odds are you're never going to deal with a knife. And if you do deal with a knife, it's probably going to be a thrusting attack. But hey, we're a Kempo system, so we got to cover the unforeseen. Right? This one pretty much falls into the line with several techniques we have already. The idea behind Mills Kempo is I don't want to create a whole new set of movement just because he put a weapon in his hand. We need to focus and refine material that's already been taught and then use that as a bridge to various weapon attacks. If you've seen the club attacks have a lot of similarities to the slashing attacks of a knife. The problem with the knife, though, is less margin for error, and you've got to be a lot tighter, and in my mind, you've got to be a lot more violent. So with that said, let's kind of play with the attack of intercepting the lance. What's going to happen is it's a slash. And we're going to make the assumption for just right now that it's a high slash. It's to the neck or it's to the face. All right? So as he slashes, there's the attack. Going straight for the neck, straight for the face. Okay? If we haven't already recognized the attack and run, so now it's time to go ahead and defend and enter. All right? As the attack comes in, anytime you see a weapon or anytime you feel like you're being approached by a weapon or a dangerous altercation, you don't want to stand there flat-footed, right? You want to start working into some type of presentation, whether it's an interview stance, whether it's a passive ready stance, or even whether it's an active ready stance. If it's a fighting stance, things have already escalated too far. Passive ready stance gives you that idea of I can still talk my way out of it, but I'm ready for anything he's going to be throwing at me. With that said, we're going to work from a passive ready. As we see the knife coming in, we're immediately going to close the distance, right out of eye of the storm. We want to get inside his zero pressure. Right? If he swings and catches me at the apex of his arc, right, we're caught into what we call maximum pressure. This is where the knife is the most dangerous, or the club, whatever weapon it may be. So I don't want to be at max pressure. I want to be at zero pressure. Right? Zero pressure is either going to be before the attack starts, after the attack starts, or inside the attack, which is where eye of the storm comes from. With that in mind, as that thing starts to arc in towards me, I'm immediately going to enter. Right? Notice the wedge. Very common principle that we use in AKK Kempo and a lot of combative systems. And as I wedge, we're going to be much more destructive on the attack. Straight to the face, and you're going to claw and dig out as much skin and muscle and bone and eyeball and DNA as you possibly can as you rip on that, as you dig. As you dig, you're going to rip down as quickly as you can right into a hammer fist. All right? So it's hit, hit. Right? Again, a very common pattern for the Mills system. From there, we immediately need to nullify his base, because he's not going to stand there and let us do this. He's going to move. It's just the way human beings are. So after the hammer fist, we're going to wrap that arm as quickly as possible as we step in. All right? It's wrap. Don't worry about what he can do with the knife at this point. It may scrape you up a little bit. It's very possible. He's not going to be able to affect a serious attack. From there, we're going to just drive, horse's bite, crab claw, there's several different names for it, just right into the throat as we do a straight osotogari, just a straight judo takedown, hook the legs. Right? Once he's down, we can drop weapons, but where this technique goes is we're going to control that hand, and again, right out of Mills Kempo, we're not going to create a whole bunch of new motion just because it's a weapon. We're going to hyperextend, crack the arm, and destroy it as we work our way up. Let's try it from this angle just to kind of get a different perspective as he comes in. Right, straight into the face. Hammer, start making him thinking about something else. As we step up and just get that wrap, control it. You can look and get an idea how tight that weapon is being held. Take down, hyperextension. Work your way out. On the hyperextension, break it. It's a knife. Don't go halfway. Just as you step in, boom, go right through that elbow, destroy it. Okay? Just go a little one time, just a little bit quicker, and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to go to target this time. I'm going to actually go to the body so we can get some velocity going on it and then work the technique. And that's intercepting the lance. Play with it. There are no givens when you face a knife. Most cases, you're not going to see the knife. If you have the luxury of seeing the weapon, then you have a better chance of defending against yourself against the weapon. Most cases, what's going to happen is you got to pay attention. If you're not paying attention, you won't see it. Life is not going to be fun for a while. So make sure you work on your awareness skills as well as the physical skills that are entailed in Kempo.